It is him.
On the ground, now! Hands behind your back!
Don't you need a gun?
I am the gun.
You want some of this?
Next time you say my name, I'm coming for you.
The series begins with a strong and quiet black man named Luke Cage, working as a cleaner at the barbershop. He gets into an argument with a customer about basketball.
But King James is the truth. LeBron can ball.
You don't cut hair either, Negro. Like, Billy, what do you do up in here, bruh?
It's called work. Something you would never understand.
Yo, you know what? I'm about sick and tired of
What? You sick and tired of what?
the Knicks losing all the time, man.
Hey, counselor.
Don't jinx me, Pop. I haven't even passed the bar yet.
Let's get moving.
Hey, Lou. What time you get off?
I got another job I go to right after I leave this one.
At least try to get some coffee sometime. Maybe you'll need a lawyer one day.
Hopefully, you'll have some cards by then.
It's a woman that fine with a briefcase gonna throw it at a brother with a broom.
Pay up.
Pop.
Pop calls Luke Power Man and Mr. Bulletproof, which shows that Luke has special powers and a secret past. Luke Cage is very strong. He lifts a washing machine like it is nothing. Pop tells him he should use his powers to help people, like other heroes in the city. But Luke says he did not choose to have powers. He was hurt and treated badly, and now he just wants to live a quiet life.
You don't ever think about all the people you could help? You should be more ambitious.
You think I asked for any of this? I was framed and put in some tank like an exotic fish.
Later that night, Luke bumps into Chico, and he drops a gun while running to a car with Shamik. Luke starts to worry something bad is going on.
10 days late, Mr. Cage. I need my rent money.
Here,
I count 300
let me go to work and get the rest.
tonight.
Cottonmouth owns a popular nightclub in Harlem where people have fun and support a black-owned business. But behind the fun, he secretly sells guns. His cousin Mariah is a city leader who uses his money to help fix up the neighborhood, even though she knows it is not honest. She thinks politics is real power, but Cottonmouth says his work is what really helps her. While all this is happening, Luke Cage tries to stay quiet and out of trouble, but things around him are starting to get tense. A man named Domingo visits Cottonmouth and makes a big deal with him for $1 million, but he does not know that his men are about to be robbed.
You ain't no spring chicken neither, sucker.
Touche.
I give your cousin a contribution, and it's like a get-out-of-jail-free card for me, right?
You saw what happened to Fisk. You two shouldn't even be seen together.
You wouldn't have fronted me if you didn't agree.
I have no illusions about our family's legacy.
Our product is protected by the Constitution. But you came to me because you trust me, Domingo. And your business people need my product like a fish needs water. The creme de la creme. Military Justin Hammer levels.
Who's your connect?
He's real, and his inventory runs deep. UPS ain't the only brown that delivers.
Yo, you wasn't supposed to kill nobody, man. I had to make a move, Dante.
Shamik, what am I gonna do? They're gonna know it was me. They're gonna know it was an inside job.
That's Dante.
Yo, I made a decision. I'm gonna be rich.
You're a big one, ain't he? Haven't seen you behind the bar. You want a job? You ever carried a gun?
I'm good. Thanks.
He makes a drink for a woman who stands out. She is older than most people at the club and does not care about Cottonmouth's fancy style. Luke and the woman like each other and spend the night together. The next morning, the woman says she is going to work as an auditor, but that is not true. She is really Detective Misty Knight. She goes to the junkyard, where the robbery and shooting happened. It is now a crime scene. Meanwhile, Cottonmouth is in trouble. Domingo, the man he made the deal with, thinks someone from inside Cottonmouth's group helped the robbers. Diamondback, who sells weapons to Cottonmouth, is very angry. He sends a man named Shades to help Cottonmouth get back the stolen money and weapons.
I got your back, B. Just like back in the day. He wants you to win. How can I help?
Black Mariah is upset too because she used government money to fix up Cottonmouth's club, and now that money is missing. If it is not paid back soon, she could get into big trouble, even go to jail. Cottonmouth's people find Shamik because Dante told them what he knew before he died. They want Shamik to meet Cottonmouth to talk about the stolen money.
Hey, man, watch your hands.
You need to pay me.
I'm paying you under the table, which means I'll pay you whenever I goddamn feel like it.
Not worried. I just never met Cottonmouth before. That's all.
Mr. Stokes wanted me to check on you. Personally.
Shades. You like my Biggie photo? You know what draws your eye when you look at that? The crown. Because everybody wants to be the king. Where? Now you gonna tell us where Chico is so we can get the rest. Go fetch my money.
When Misty and her partner Scarf find Shamik's body, Scarf thinks Chico did it. Chico is hiding, scared, with his half of the stolen money. Misty wants to find the bartender who replaced Dante next, and it looks like Misty and Luke Cage will meet again soon.
Show Mariah dealers some love. Contribute, and we'll go away.
I am not contributing to her complex. No more. I can't.
Yo, you're being disrespectful.
You need to step off, Mayweather.
Yo, Amos, show the man what you famous for.
Here,
For what?
for you. We want to hire you.
I'm not for hire, but you have my word, ma'am. I've got you.
Police are trying to figure out what happened at the robbery scene. Luke Cage is also asking questions, and Chico is missing, but Luke discovers that Cottonmouth and his helpers are taking money from Harlem businesses to pay for Mariah's big project. Cottonmouth and Mariah are cousins and control Harlem with strong power. They both respect Pop, whose barbershop is a safe place. Cottonmouth comes to Pop's shop with Shades to look for Chico. Pop gets worried and asks Luke to find Chico before Cottonmouth or the police do.
Time is precious. Shouldn't be wasted. That's the problem with these youngsters. They want it all. Damn shame if you ask me.
Just because they call you Bobby Fish don't mean you Bobby Fisher.
And you ain't Turkish neither, Turk.
That's a cheap broom. There's this little Puerto Rican kid, Chico. I was hoping he was still around.
People come and go. Got some fresh towels right here. If you got some dirty ones, I could take them out if you want.
This brother got more jobs than a Jamaican.
You're forgetting something, Mr. Stokes. You owe my man $25.
Tone, pay the man.
If we can find him before they do, maybe I can set up a parlay.
It takes Luke almost 4 hours to find him. Chico is very scared because he knows he is in danger. But even though Pop has made a plan to keep Chico safe, Chico does not want to follow it.
Deserves better.
Pop feels very sad when he hears this. He tells Luke a story about their family history. A long time ago, Pop, Cottonmouth, and Chico's father, Wilfredo, were in charge of the streets. They were young and wild, and they ruled the neighborhood. But after some time, their past caught up with them, and things became difficult. Because of this, Pop wants to help the young kids in the neighborhood by being a mentor. After Luke and Pop finish talking, Chico quietly comes into the shop through the back door. A tricky man named Turk Barrett sees Chico.
Where's the restroom key?
Get out of here. You gotta get him out of here.
Turk meets Misty and Scarf, the police officers going to see Pop. Scarf is short and serious, but Misty is friendly with Pop. Misty feels a little awkward around Luke, but the police do not learn anything new.
You are?
Luke Cage.
Detective Misty Knight. Nice meeting you, Luke.
You too.
Pop asks Luke to talk to Cottonmouth to keep Chico safe. Cottonmouth agrees after some talking and tells his helpers, Tone and Shades, to stop looking for Chico. They decide to settle everything the next morning.
I'm here for Pop.
Pop is a grown-ass man. Why ain't he here?
Pop wants to set up a parlay for Chico. All of your goods will be returned. Pop understands your trouble.
Tell Pop I come by the barber shop for a haircut.
Cottonmouth cares about history, his own and his culture, but he does not like to think too much about the past. He tells Mariah that people remember black money more than black heroes. Meanwhile, Turk tells Shades and Tone where Chico is hiding. Shades and Tone drive by Pop's barbershop and start shooting. Luke is inside, and Pop is cutting a young boy's hair.
What are you doing out here with that bag? Stay dead.
Pop! No.
You didn't get hit?
I said I'm okay.
There is no proof at the scene that shows who did the shooting. Tone feels very confident when he comes back to the club. Cottonmouth is not happy about the shooting that happened, but he is glad it helped get the job done. Then, Shades tells them the bad news. Pop has died. Tone is the one who eliminated him. Cottonmouth looks very hurt by this news. Tone says it was just a casualty of war, meaning it was an unfortunate but expected part of their fight. Just then, Turk Barrett shows up on the roof asking for the money he is owed because he told them where Chico was hiding. When Cottonmouth asks how Turk got up there, Turk smiles and says that he is Turk Barrett and that there is no door built that can stop him. His line is famous and shows he is tricky and bold.
Tone promised to pay you for finding Chico, right?
I'm going back to Hell's Kitchen where it's safe.
After the shootout, Luke spends most of the night watching the Crispus Attucks Community Center. This place is very important because it is where Mariah has her political power.
I ain't laying back no more.
Luke sees Mariah enter the building carrying Chico's backpack full of money. While everyone else, including Maria and Cottonmouth, is sad about Pop's death, Luke is planning something secret. Luke is trying to find money to pay for Pop's funeral, but Cottonmouth shows up and offers to pay for it. Luke agrees, but he makes Cottonmouth promise to take responsibility for eliminating Pop.
Mira, aquí, la pistola.
Me and Henry didn't see eye to eye, but I always had his back.
I thought your word was bond.
It is.
Pop's death is still on you.
Step off.
I'm just getting started.
Pop's barbershop is badly damaged, and his money problems are clear too. Luke thinks hard about how to get money fast. After the police ask Chico many questions in the hospital, Misty meets Luke outside Chico's room. Her work and Luke's life are mixing in a way that makes her curious. Luke teases her a little, then goes in to talk to Chico.
Why don't you find Pop's kill instead of being all over my business?
Your business?
You know where I live. You want to work some things out? You can even bring handcuffs this time. You don't have to worry.
Were you at the same shootout as I was?
It was his boy, Tone. Cottonmouth has his cash. That's all he cares about. Pop signed his death warrant the minute he decided to help you.
Bullet that killed Pops probably bounced off you.
So help me hurt him.
I even heard they got this locked room, like a vault, right in the middle of the whole joint.
He tells Luke everything he knows about Cottonmouth's business. Cottonmouth hides his money in different spots all over the city, but most of the money is kept in one big place, the Crispus Attucks building. Luke listens carefully and comes up with a smart plan. He decides that if he attacks a few of Cottonmouth's smaller hiding places first, it will scare Cottonmouth. Cottonmouth will get nervous and move all the rest of his money into the Crispus Attucks building to protect it. Luke enters 4 stash apartments and starts beating up all the men guarding the money. Luke breaks doors one by one and obliterates all of them. He uses his hands to destroy all their weapons, and leaving the gangs unconscious, he then contacts police, and once they arrive, they are left with complete destruction. They quickly arrest all of them, take the destroyed guns, and find out that money from the stashes have been left for them to recover.
Yeah. Why leave the cash?
You got welders reinforcing doors to rooms I don't even go into.
4 of my stash houses were hit today. Fort Knox is my contingency plan.
You ever hear not putting all your eggs in one basket?
Keep living in that fantasy land.
Well, it's gotta be a fantasy before it become a reality.
And just like Luke planned, it works. Domingo goes to Cottonmouth's club to say it was not him stealing the money, but Cottonmouth is still afraid. Now Domingo is angry and has started a war. Luke had already started his plan. He was not joking around. Bullets fly all around Luke, but he does not get hurt at all. He walks right into the Crispus Attucks building, right where all the money is kept. At the police station, Misty and Scarf argue about the big robbery at the Crispus Attucks building. Their conversation does not give any new clues, but it does help us understand how Misty feels. She does not trust superheroes. Misty thinks they are just people doing dangerous things without training. She believes in doing things the right way, by following the rules and the law. Scarf, on the other hand, does not really care about rules. He does not mind if someone like Luke Cage, a vigilante, takes action. He is just happy someone else is doing the hard work for him. Meanwhile, Chico gets the courage to finally do the right thing. He calls Scarf and says he is ready to talk. He wants to tell everything he knows about Cottonmouth. They decide to meet under a bridge to talk in secret. But then comes a big surprise. Scarf is not a good cop like Misty. He is working for Cottonmouth. That means Chico is in big trouble.
Luke Cage, I mean...
At the same time, Cottonmouth is in a panic. He just found out that almost all of his money is gone. Luke Cage's bold move to hit the stash and take the cash really hurt Cottonmouth's business. Now, Cottonmouth wants answers and fast. Scarf, who secretly works for Cottonmouth, tells him that Chico named Luke Cage as the one causing all the trouble. Scarf even gives Cottonmouth Luke's home address. That puts Luke in serious danger. Later that night, Luke's landlady is being kind. She makes him a nice, late dinner at her place.
I just wanted to make things right.
The big explosion at Connie's shakes all of Harlem. The restaurant and the apartments above it, where Luke lives, crash down in a huge mess. Luke and his kind landlady are trapped under the rubble. Detectives Misty and Scarf rush to the scene and try to figure out what happened. Then the story flashes back to the past. We see that a long time ago, Luke was in a prison in Georgia called Seagate. Life there was very hard. A cold and strict officer was in charge of the prison.
You will obey every rule I say after rule number 1. None but the righteous shall see God. Ain't no talking when I'm talking. Good thing you have many years to adjust. Get them to their cells.
You heard him, let's go. Come on, move it.
Ah! I didn't do it. Just remember who you are. You'll get through this.
In the prison, there's a smart and kind woman named Reva. She wears glasses and works as the prison's psychologist. She looks familiar because her photo was seen in Luke's bathroom cabinet back in the first episode. During group therapy with the prisoners, Luke does not talk much. Some prisoners whisper that people in Seagate are being used in strange experiments. But Reva says those rumors are not true. The prison guard tells Luke he can make life in prison easier for him. If Luke agrees to fight in a secret boxing league run by the guards, they will give him better food and treat him more nicely. Still, the guard threatens to hurt Reva if Luke does not join. Reva is Luke's friend and someone he is starting to care about, so he agrees.
What you want to do?
See if he bends or breaks. I'm just trying to survive! Oh, you a hell of a fighter, Lucas. You learned that in the military? It's pretty good with their hands, and they making money in here.
Luke's best friend in prison, Squabbles, helps train him for the fights. At first, Luke does well in the ring. He keeps winning, but something changes inside him. He does not feel like himself anymore. He is strong on the outside, but the fights are making him feel broken inside. You can see the sadness and pain in his face.
I'm still mad at you for picking Jet Li over Bruce Lee.
Yeah! There you go.
Reva reminds him that there is more to life than just staying alive in prison. When Luke finally says he wants to stop fighting, the guard gets angry. He sends 2 men, Shades and another guard, to beat Luke badly.
What you want?
I hear you trying to get out of the fight game.
Remember what happened the last time I faced off with you two?
Last time was a test.
It's got internal damage. He won't survive a transfer.
They beat it out of Squabbles. They killed him.
Reva rushes to the prison doctor, begging him to save Luke's life. The prison doctor puts Luke in a strange, high-tech machine that looks like a bath. It is meant to heal him fast. The doctor wants to save Luke's life because he was beaten very badly. The machine is full of lights, wires, and special liquids that are supposed to help his body recover quickly.
You probably won't survive anyway.
I would play you.
You got to live.
You can't do this.
Yeah? You gonna stop me?
We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna need you to crawl into there.
Shine your light down here.
Can you move?
I'll be damned.
Later that night, Luke finds Reva again. She is so happy he is alive. Now that he has these amazing new powers, he knows he cannot be Carl Lucas anymore. He wants a fresh start with a new name. In the present day, people are shocked. Misty is watching. Even a news crew is filming everything. Everyone sees how strong Luke is. A news reporter chases after him, asking lots of questions. He keeps walking calmly and says with confidence,
My name is Luke Cage.
Cottonmouth has lost $7 million, and people are talking about how weak he is getting. He tells his thugs to take more money from store owners. One of them, named Zip, even steals a special baseball ring from a store.
You still got stocks, the club profits, but the streets is talking. And that dude with the hoodie?
I've been reading this book. It's a book on politics, and what it means is this. If we just leave that Luke Cage cat alone.
Yeah, okay.
Luke is getting ready for Pop's funeral. He was a kind man who helped everyone. Now that he is gone, Bobby Fish is helping Luke like a wise friend. Luke and Bobby are fixing up the barber shop to open it again. Fish gives him the keys to the apartment upstairs so he can live there. People in the neighborhood are talking about all the trouble happening. Fish thinks Cottonmouth is trying to turn everyone against Luke, and it is starting to work. Luke wants to help and make things peaceful again, but Cottonmouth is feeling stressed and angry because he is losing control. Luke goes to Cottonmouth's club to face him.
Don't you need a gun?
I am the gun.
You want some of this?
The next time you say my name, I'm coming for you.
There he is. You want Harlem, it's expensive.
Whoa, whoa!
I'll take you to war.
You don't have enough people. Keep my name out your mouth.
While Luke is leaving the club, a man named Shades suddenly remembers something important. He realizes that Luke is actually Carl Lucas. Meanwhile, a new person shows up in the story. Her name is Claire Temple. She is a kind nurse from a place called Hell's Kitchen. Claire has helped people with superpowers before, and now she wants to help more heroes. She comes to visit her mom, Soledad, who lives in Harlem. Claire has seen Luke on the news and wants to meet him and maybe become his friend.
There's no way he could have survived in one piece.
Half Houdini, half Ali.
I got something to show you. Ukrainian, I think. Based on a prototype by Hammer.
At the police station, the bosses are starting to think that a cop named Scarf might be working with the bad guys. But Misty still believes Scarf is a good man and tries to defend him.
Y'all ready, baby? Let's do it.
Damn. You guys actually take lunch breaks like real employees, huh? Aisha's ring. You got it?
Later, everyone gathers for Pop's funeral. Luke gives a powerful speech about Pop. He says Pop was a hardworking man who really cared about Harlem. Pop believed in the people and wanted to protect them from selfish and dangerous people like Cottonmouth. Luke says that while others saw the young kids in Harlem as troublemakers, Pop saw them as precious and full of potential. He believed everyone who walked into his barbershop had value and could shine. He talks about how Pop used to be a gangster, but changed for the better. Cottonmouth does not like hearing this at all. As Luke talks, Cottonmouth gets angrier and angrier. He knows Luke is talking about him in a bad way without saying his name. The speech makes him furious. Misty is also upset after Luke's speech. She is scared that Luke's strong words might make the situation even worse and start a big fight in Harlem. She is afraid things will only get harder from now on.
Next suit that gets damaged, I'm taxing you.
I think we've heard Cottonmouths laughing more than the Jokers in all movies combined. People in Harlem are arguing about Luke Cage. Some think he is a hero who helps the neighborhood, while others believe the police should be the ones in charge. But Cottonmouth does not care what people think. He is getting angrier and out of control. Scarf tries to get more money from Cottonmouth, but he gets mad and shoots him in the street during the day.
We all can't be as pretty as you.
Ain't that the truth?
We a few zeros off. No cash, no guns.
Mariah is also angry. Even though she acts nice in front of people, she is worried because others are blaming her for a past robbery. She wants Luke Cage gone and tells Cottonmouth to figure out how to hurt him. She asks if he can drown, if he can be burned, or if he can be poisoned, and tells Cottonmouth to find his weakness and use it. Meanwhile, something interesting happens. Luke and Claire, the kind nurse, realize that they have actually met before. Claire remembers that she was Luke's nurse a long time ago, when his girlfriend brought him to the hospital. Now, they meet again and are becoming friends. After Scarf is shot, the police become even more worried. Everything in Harlem feels tense and dangerous, and Luke Cage is right in the middle of it all. Misty starts to think that something is wrong with Scarf. She begins to suspect that he might be a dirty cop, someone who is working with Cottonmouth. But even though she feels unsure, she still stands up for him when talking to her police bosses. She does not have any proof yet. What Misty does not know is that Cottonmouth has another helper inside the police department. This person is a high-ranking officer, a lieutenant, who is pretending to investigate Scarf. But really, he is working with Cottonmouth and hiding the truths. While Luke and Claire are together, they discover something shocking. They find Scarf, badly hurt from being shot by Cottonmouth, hiding in the barbershop. He is bleeding and in pain.
I can't go to the hospital, they'll kill me. Just like they did Chico.
Give me one good reason I shouldn't dump you at the 29th.
With Cottonmouth. He was behind everything.
You mentioned Chico before you passed out. Don't lie to me. Not now.
I killed him.
You're not a killer.
Cage! Wait! I can take him down.
He knows he did wrong and says he is ready to be a witness. He wants to help bring Cottonmouth to justice. Scarf tells Luke and Claire more secrets about how Cottonmouth does his bad work. He explains that Cottonmouth uses a funeral home called a mortuary to hide and get rid of the bodies of the people he has eliminated. Scarf also has a notebook where he wrote down everything, all the crimes, all the lies, and the murder cases he helped hide. While this is happening, Mariah is in trouble too. She agreed to be on TV for a long interview, hoping it would make her look good. She wanted people to see her as someone helping Harlem grow and become a better place. But the reporter is tough and does not believe her nice words. Instead, the reporter asks hard questions and makes Mariah look bad in front of the camera. The reporter talks about how Luke fought at Crispus Attucks, a place connected to Cottonmouth's money and crimes. Then the reporter brings up Mariah's close ties to Cottonmouth and all the bad things he has done.
It's very clear what you and the rest of your media friends want. You want a story. Shut it down. Stop, Alex.
At the same time, Luke and Claire are helping Scarf, who is badly hurt. They want to take him somewhere safe so he can tell the truth, but Cottonmouth's men are chasing them.
My turn.
More steps.
I'm so tired.
How far is it to One Police Plaza? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold his head. Hold my hand. Look at me. No, Reeve. No. No, Reeve. Councilwoman Dillard, can you comment on the arrest of your cousin Cornell Stokes at Harlem's Paradise tonight?
Thank you for your time.
Councilwoman, can we get a comment? Councilwoman, can we get one comment?
Why don't we start by getting some coffee first?
I'm not sleeping with you.
Whoa, did I say anything about that?
Cottonmouth is out of jail, and Misty meets him. The two of them are like rivals, both wanting to control what happens in Harlem in their own way. Cottonmouth steals the guns back so he can sell them to Domingo. That way, he gets some money and doesn't have to worry about Domingo bothering him. He wants to talk directly to the person selling the weapon.
And yet another political setback for embattled Harlem.
Domingo got his guns back last night. Everyone else will fall in line. Tell Diamondback I need to holler at him.
Forget about making somebody's day. These two Desert Eagles here.
Do I even need to say it? Cottonmouth is done.
Mariah gets a surprise visit from a young politician named Damon Boone. He offers her a way to escape all the trouble she is in. He says she should give him her job for now, and maybe in a year, she can come back when things have calmed down. At the same time, we learn that Cottonmouth was not always a tough and dangerous gangster. There was a time when he was different, maybe even more kind or hopeful, before he got pulled into a life of crime. In a flashback, we see that Cottonmouth once loved music more than anything. He wanted to play the piano and follow his dreams. But his life changed because of Mama Mabel, the powerful and scary woman who ran the Harlem crime world. She was very harsh, and her cruelty left a deep mark on him. Luke and Cottonmouth have a serious talk. Cottonmouth tells Luke he knows all about his past, how Luke used to be a police officer named Carl Lucas and later went to jail.
You are no longer a sheriff. Carl Lucas. But I figure if you escaped, then you gotta go back. You wouldn't snitch. You Harlem's Captain America. And you act like you better than me.
I was framed. I'm innocent.
I own you now. And if you refuse, then back to Seagate you go.
Meanwhile, Shades visits Mariah and tells her that the Stokes family name used to be respected. He suddenly starts talking like he really cares about the Stokes family name, but it seems like he has a secret plan. Luke feels like it is time to leave town now that Cottonmouth knows his past. But Claire talks to him and helps him see things differently. Luke listens and decides to stay. He goes to get the stolen guns from Domingo to clean up more of the mess.
I'm about sick of always having to buy new clothes.
Oh, you think you could go after everyone?
I kinda do.
The guns are downstairs.
You got this one in a double XL?
Mariah is forced to quit her job in politics. The city does not want her anymore, and she is very angry about it. Cottonmouth does not care and does not try to comfort her. A long time ago, Cottonmouth wanted to be a musician and leave the crime world. But Mama Mabel sent Mariah away to a fancy school instead of him. That hurt him deeply, and now it is causing even more problems between them. When Cottonmouth was just 14, his Uncle Pete was secretly selling drugs behind Mama Mabel's back. When she found out, she forced young Cottonmouth to shoot Pete. That moment changed him forever, and he was never the same after it. But Mariah does not feel sorry for him. She reveals that Uncle Pete used to hurt her in terrible ways, and Mama Mabel sent her away to protect her.
You deserve this for what you did to our family. What you did to me.
It was a game.
Cornell.
Look at me.
Could have called first.
Oh, now I need an invite. My party chair won't call me tonight to tell me I had to step down from the council. We family, Cornell. Mama Mabel taught us
Mama Mabel, go on with that shit. Who did she send to that uppity-ass boarding school? You.
She sent me away to keep me away from Pete.
Mama Mabel was always sheltering you, protecting you. And for what?
Your junkie mama dropped you off at Mabel's and never looked back.
I saw the way you used to flirt with Uncle Pete when I was little. Half naked all the time. You wanted it, Mariah.
No!
You got the nerve. And you stepped up?
I didn't want this.
I think you did. Look what Luke Cage did to your cousin.
Luke is walking with Claire through a park. Suddenly, Diamondback watches them from a car. He has a special weapon called the Judas gun, the same one Cottonmouth wanted.
Hey, Carl.
I may have a lawyer friend who can help.
Luke? Luke?
We need to keep you safe. Drink this. A bullet penetrated through your skin. I didn't even think that could happen. Come on.
Back at the club, Misty is investigating. She doesn't believe the story Mariah is telling about Luke being the eliminator. A club worker named Candace says she saw Luke do it, but something feels wrong. Misty is sure that Mariah is behind this, but she does not have any proof yet. At the club, Shades is now the one giving orders. After helping Mariah hide what really happened to Cottonmouth, he takes control and tells all of Cottonmouth's men that he is the new boss now. Meanwhile, Diamondback is still trying to eliminate Luke. Claire is doing her best to help Luke heal, but he is badly hurt, and something is very wrong. They are hiding in a women's clinic to stay safe, while Claire tries to figure out what kind of bullet was used on him. Misty shows up at the clinic too. She wants to ask Luke questions and find out what really
I
happened.
just want to examine your soft tissue cells, see if there's another way in I haven't thought of yet. When I try to pull them apart, they snap back together. Get down! I got him!
I see Carl's taste in women hasn't changed.
I have to go after him.
Luke goes after him and follows him to an old, empty theater. Diamondback has been behind a lot of the trouble in Luke's life. He was the one who framed Luke and got him sent to prison at Seagate. He is angry that Luke survived everything and even came back with superpowers. He feels betrayed and wants revenge.
You left me to rot, Carl, but I changed that sewer into a garden.
And you paid the price.
Harlem doesn't realize they're worshiping a false idol.
You ruined my life.
I gave you wings.
Something strange is happening between Shades and Mariah. Shades is acting like he likes her, but he is also encouraging her to be crueler. They pay the bottle girl, Candace, to lie to the police about what she saw, but they do not plan to let her live long. If she talks to the cops, Mariah and Shades plan to eliminate her and her roommates.
I loved you like a brother.
I am your brother.
Oh, sweet Christmas.
Shades is sitting in the boss's chair at Harlem's Paradise. He acts like he is in charge, but he doesn't really have the respect of a true leader. The club was meant to be a special place for the people of Harlem, but now it feels wrong with Shades running it. Then Diamondback shows up. He is very angry because he liked the old boss, Cottonmouth, and does not think Shades should be in charge. He shouts that Luke Cage is not dead until they find his body. Luke is still alive. The police are looking for Luke because they want to ask him questions. But Misty is not the one chasing him. She is in trouble for getting too angry and has to go to therapy. She even hit Claire during an interview.
We have a black male that need verification.
Is there a problem?
No? You tell me. What's your name, son?
May I ask why?
Because I said so. It is him. On the ground, now! Hands behind your back! You're under arrest.
This is probably every cop's worst nightmare, to face a bulletproof black man. Luke finally finds Claire. She has been busy trying to help him heal. She has been studying his body and looking at his skin cells. Luke had to steal a police car just to get to her. Claire tells him she has been learning about seashells to understand how his strong skin works. Claire wants them to go see Doctor from the prison who gave Luke his powers. He made the special bath that changed Luke. Claire thinks this doctor might know how to fix Luke and make him better again. Mariah becomes the new boss and asks to meet with the other gang leaders. Shades tells her that she must make Cottonmouth's old customers feel safe and trust her. While all this is happening, Misty is still going to therapy. She feels nervous and worried. She starts to think that maybe she is not good at understanding people. She is scared that she has made bad choices and that her work means nothing. Meanwhile, Luke is on his way to the prison doctor's house. He is in a lot of pain and starts talking nonsense. He says that Willis thinks he is his brother and talks about things Willis said about his father. Luke cannot believe Willis could really be his brother. When Luke finally gets to Dr. Burstein's place, he is very sick and weak and lies down on the couch. Claire thinks that whatever gives Luke his strength is also causing the shrapnel inside his body to hurt him even more. Before she died, Riva, who was Luke's ex-girlfriend, took a USB drive that had all of Dr. Burstein's experiment notes. Now Claire, the doctor, and Luke are using that information to try to help him. While this is happening, the gangster leaders are having a meeting. They are drinking Hennessy and sitting around the table. Mariah starts the meeting and says that she wants to quit. But then, Diamondback comes in without being invited. He is angry and dangerous.
Diamondback, what are you doing here?
You invited me by not inviting me. Greed superseded your common sense.
What do you want?
Well, listen what you have to say.
Don't bother. You're already dead. Tell me why we should be friends.
Luke Cage. Clearly, we both have issues with him. You see a man you want dead who won't die. Word is, you have a weapon that can take him down. You invent the disease, then you sell the cure.
Meanwhile, because of the way Luke's cells and body react to chemicals, the doctor says he needs to be put into hot acid to remove the shrapnel and save his life. They all go to Dr. Burstein's lab, which is inside his barn. The experiment they are about to try is very dangerous. Luke tells Claire to promise that she will keep Riva's data safe, no matter what happens to him.
If the procedure gets too painful, just raise your hand in a fist and I'll shut it down, okay?
Keep your hands clear.
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing? All right, hold on. Again!
We're losing him.
It's not working.
Do you have deep fit paddles?
No.
That was reckless.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta throw the science out and go with what you know.
So his skin reacts to what else will break down abalone shell?
Salt water. Let's get him out. He has chills that won't help him. The temperature was the only thing that you couldn't control. That's what you said. So we need to boil it.
You are about to do something completely stupid.
All the way up.
It's good. This is very good.
I'm losing him. I'm not going fast enough.
Meanwhile, Diamondback and Mariah have another meeting. Diamondback wants to make many Judas guns and sell them to more people. He needs Mariah's business skills to help him. To trick people, Diamondback puts on a hoodie and pretends to be Luke Cage.
Luke Cage must be the focus.
Oh, he is my focus.
Hi, Ann. How are you?
My name is Luke Cage. I'm Luke Cage!
People think Luke is a dangerous criminal. Diamondback has made a special device that gives him super strength. Because of this, many people in Harlem believe he is the real Luke and think Luke is dangerous. Meanwhile, Luke is still recovering at Dr. Burstein's place. There, he learns something shocking. Dr. Burstein unlocks Riva's secret files, and Luke watches her video diary. The Riva he sees on the screen is not the kind and loving woman he remembers. In the videos, she talks about using him for tests. She was part of an experiment at Seagate Prison, where prisoners were used to study ways to stay young forever. Back in Harlem, Misty is careful and does not quickly blame Luke. But other police officers are not so thoughtful. They start grabbing and hurting local teenagers to try to get information about Luke Cage. Mariah takes this chance to speak to the news. She tries to turn the story into an attack against Luke, blaming him instead of the police.
Until you capture Luke Cage, we will bring this city to its knees. He was beaten in custody like it's 1956 to protect the public, not to harass young brothers and sisters. Luke Cage must be found. He must be stopped.
Misty uses facial recognition software and discovers that the man in the hoodie who eliminated the police officer was actually Willis Stryker. She now knows that Stryker is Diamondback's real name and is sure he is involved in everything happening. But Misty still does not know that he is also the man who pointed a gun at her and shot Luke Cage for the second time.
You knew no one would care if we were gone.
That was the whole point of Riva's therapy sessions. Process, Carl.
Stop calling me that.
She lied to everybody.
She lied to you about her involvement.
I promise I'll explain it all.
You're the future, Carl.
I'm Luke Cage.
Luke takes Claire to visit his grandfather's church. While there, he has a flashback and starts to remember pieces of his childhood and his history with Diamondback. When Luke was young, his father was a pastor, but he had a secret affair with his secretary, and she became pregnant. That woman gave birth to Willis. All the signs were there in Luke's life, but he never noticed them until now. He finally understands that he and Willis, also known as Diamondback, are half-brothers. Luke returns to Harlem just in time. Mariah is holding a fake rally at the club, trying to turn people against him. On camera, she looks confident and makes Luke seem like the real danger. She says that the police need stronger weapons to deal with people like him, superpowered vigilantes. Her plan works, and people start to believe her. Even Boone, her old rival, tells her she has done a great job changing the way the public and the media see the Stokes family. Misty is also at the rally, keeping a close watch on Diamondback.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Hey, baby.
I got you. I can't cover you from every angle. You're the target.
It's bulletproof, ain't he?
She ain't.
Then Luke finds a way out. He opens a hidden trapdoor in the kitchen floor. He explains that the building once belonged to Lucky Luciano, and there are still old tunnels from the Prohibition days underneath. These secret paths might be their only chance to get out safely. Upstairs, Diamondback does not really have a plan. He is hoping the confusion will help him win. Shades warns him that a lot of people saw him shoot a female police officer, but Diamondback does not care. He believes that if he eliminates Luke and makes it look like he saved Harlem from a dangerous man, people will see him as a hero. Now, everyone who did not escape, including Claire, is being held hostage by Diamondback and his crew. Mariah's rival on the city council, Boone, is also being held hostage. So is Candace, one of the club's bottle girls. While Claire helps Candace with her hurt ankle, Candace reveals an important secret. Mariah paid her to lie and say she saw Luke eliminate Cottonmouth. Candace also shares something useful. Because she used to work at the club, she knows about the secret basement under the kitchen. She tells Claire, who quietly sneaks downstairs to find Luke and Misty hiding there. Outside the club, the police have surrounded the building. They are trying to handle the hostage crisis. Diamondback is pretending to be Luke Cage and is using Boone to talk to the police, making demands through the phone. Inside the club, Misty's condition is getting worse. She is losing strength because of her injury. Meanwhile, Diamondback talks to Boone and shares memories from his painful childhood. He says all he ever wanted was his father's approval, but he believes Luke took all the attention and love, leaving nothing for him. A few hostages are finally released. When they get outside, they tell the police what really happened. They explain that Luke was not the one attacking. It was Diamondback's goons who opened fire on him. This new information changes everything. Inspector Ridley starts to doubt what she believed before. When they notice that Claire is missing, Shades goes off to search for her. Diamondback uses the club's loudspeakers to talk about his past. He shares more details about growing up with Luke. When they were teenagers, both of them got arrested for stealing a car. Their father, who was a well-known pastor, stepped in to protect Luke. He asked the court to send Luke to the Marines, but Diamondback was not given the same chance. He was sent to juvenile detention and later to prison. He felt betrayed and forgotten. Diamondback tells Luke to come out of hiding and meet him in Cottonmouth's old office. If Luke does not show up, Diamondback says he will eliminate a hostage every 10 minutes.
Hey, Carl.
Couldn't we have made amends a long time ago?
Couldn't you have died during childbirth?
I was sorry to hear about Dana.
With that hostage you killed, they're gonna shoot first and ask questions later. Bye, Felicia.
Check him out, man.
Yeah, that's it. Yo, man, ain't no longer.
All right, here's the plan.
Triple cuff him. Light him up.
Copy that.
This isn't necessary.
3 sets of cuffs. Isn't that overkill? We got the same guns and bullets they do.
Some people calling you a hero for what you did.
But I do need to take out the person responsible for all this.
I hope I'm right about you.
Now that Shades is caught, Diamondback is the only one in charge. He walks around like he is the boss of Harlem. Diamondback has sold many of his things to get ready for a quick escape after he beat Luke. He is planning to run away, and Turk is not happy with how Diamondback's thugs behave. In Harlem, Domingo's team decides to fight back. They want to take all the things Diamondback has, the drugs, the money, and the weapons. Domingo is ready to be the new boss. At the police station, Misty is working hard to show that Luke is not guilty. She trusts him and wants others to believe in him too. Inspector Ridley is starting to see that Diamondback is the real danger. Mariah returns to Harlem's Paradise after the shootout and sees the club in ruins. It used to be part of her family's proud legacy, but now it feels broken and sad. Her helper tells her she can rebuild the club and bring back her family's power. He wants her to become even stronger.
Pull your mask down. You're supposed to be watching the damn door, right?
Oh, snap, you Luke.
The phone, fool.
Yo, my bad, man.
You a double XL?
Way ahead of you, homie.
You ever see anything like that before?
Harlem, baby.
At the same time, Candace calls Misty and tells her the truth. She saw Mariah eliminate Cottonmouth, and Shades helped cover it up. Candace is very scared of Mariah, but she does not know that Mariah's helper is secretly watching her talk to Misty from a nearby car. To show support, black men around the city begin wearing hoodies with pretend bullet holes, just like Luke's, and it becomes a powerful trend. Diamondback sends Zip to get Shades out of jail, but it is a trick. Zip suddenly tries to strangle Shades.
Let's go to penthouse. I was just following orders.
Who gave you the order?
Diamondback.
While this is happening, Diamondback visits Mariah at her home. He says he likes her plan to rebuild Harlem's Paradise and gives her a big bag of money to help. He talks about shaping Harlem in her image, but he forgets that Mariah has already been shaping Harlem for a long time. Luke finds Turk and scares him into telling where Diamondback is hiding.
I should crush you. You won't, though.
No!
He's at a warehouse by the Harlem River.
The breed just fine. There's food in there, too.
Come on!
At the same time, Diamondback is in the middle of a gunfight at his new warehouse. Domingo and his crew try to stop him, but Diamondback escapes. Later that night, Shades secretly meets with Mariah. He reminds her that they make a strong team and that he has always been loyal to her family. Mariah agrees. They decide to work together again and come up with a plan. Let Luke Cage and Diamondback fight each other and hope that both are destroyed. Shades and Mariah hope that if Luke and Diamondback fight and both die, they will have no one left to stop them from taking control of Harlem. Before he dies, Domingo warns Luke that Diamondback now has a weapon more powerful than anything anyone has seen before. Mariah and Shades visit Pop's barber shop to make a deal with Luke. Shades shows proof that Luke was innocent and should not have gone to prison. Mariah says she will blame Diamondback for Cottonmouth's murder. In return, they want Luke to eliminate Diamondback.
We have a mutual enemy.
There's nothing you can offer me that's going to make me let that go.
How about your freedom?
Mariah Dillard, you're under arrest for the murder of Cornell Stowe.
What are you, a pimp stormtrooper?
You know I'm gonna kill them all later, right?
You have to let go of the past.
Negro, please. That's all you got?
What happened? Luke and Diamondback are doing what they do.
give a clear shot, take it on my command.
Yes, sir.
Mario, what the hell are you doing?
On the ground now! We got Judas bullets, Cage!
You are under arrest for the murder of Cornell Stokes.
After the fight, Misty arrests Mariah. Claire and Misty have both become important in Luke's life. He was close to Misty in the past, but now he and Claire have strong feelings for each other. When they are all at the police station, things feel a little uncomfortable. Misty listens as Luke finally tells his full story. Luke explains everything at the police station. He says he was not in town when Diamondback killed the police officer, and he was actually shot when Mariah killed Cottonmouth. The police finally understand the truth. Luke is cleared of all the false charges, and the NYPD is no longer after him. But then, trouble starts again. Back at the barbershop, Shades secretly took Misty's phone. He uses it to trick Candace into coming to a bodega.
Chang thought you might have gotten cloned, but you bought the phone.
Where are you, Misty?
I'm right here.
The police later find her body, and Misty is heartbroken. Mariah gets out of jail on bail because the police do not have strong evidence to hold her. When she walks out, Shades is already waiting for her in the car. Mariah had revealed to the news that Luke's real name is Carl Lucas.
Carl Lucas, I'm Marshal Frankel. This is Marshal Johnson. You're under arrest for your unlawful escape from Seagate Prison.
Luke is innocent.
They're not arresting Luke Cage. They're arresting Carl Lucas. I'm innocent, and I can prove it.
You still owe the state of Georgia time.
Like I said, I know a really great lawyer in town.
Back at the barbershop, Bobby Fish goes through the mess left behind after the big fight. While cleaning, he finds a very important file, Diamondback's file. Inside are the papers that can prove Luke is innocent of the charges against Carl Lucas. Meanwhile, Harlem's Paradise opens its doors again. Mariah is now fully in charge. She replaces the famous picture of Biggie Smalls that Cottonmouth once loved with a painting by Basquiat. Mariah and Shades share a kiss. They are now partners in crime and power, but someone is still watching. Down on the dance floor, Misty stands silently, looking up at them. She knows what they have done, and she is not done fighting. Mariah Dillard might feel like she has won, but Misty is waiting for the right time to bring her down. Diamondback is badly hurt and lying in a hospital bed, but there is a surprise waiting. The doctor taking care of him is the same scientist who once helped give Luke his powers. This twist suggests that something big might be coming. Luke is in the backseat of the U.S. Marshal's car. They are taking him back to Seagate Prison in Georgia to finish a sentence that was never truly fair. But Luke does not look angry or afraid. His story is not over. There is more to be done. For justice, for truth, and for the people he protects. I hope you guys enjoyed the recap, and be sure to check out other awesome recaps on the channel. And as always, thank you very much for watching.